Hello, everybody, and welcome to Clomps Corner. We're going to be streaming the Kanto Koraidons versus the Citadark Night Terrors for their Week 2 matchup. And I will be joined here today with Dakota. How are you doing today, Dakota?
I'm doing a lot better. I was actually sick this last week, but I'm feeling a lot better. Speaking of sick, I want to see how our opponents today got sick with it this week. So I'm really excited to see what teams they got.
Me too, as well. Yeah, so wanna kind of get right into it, Dakota?
Yeah, I'd love to. I know
Alrighty.
that Spanish, our Kanto Koraidon team, is coming off a pretty tough loss against his rival gamer. Took a five, or he only took one mon out last week. Took a 5-0 loss. That
hmm
Farigarath definitely shut him down. It kind of exposed maybe a weakness to his team, but so I'm interested to see if Crimson will take advantage of that exposure or not.
For sure. I think it's very important to note that Kanto Koraidon's head coach, Spanish, he's not one to just take a loss and go keep on losing. He's one of those who likes to fight for a lot of those wins and get a win streak going. So I think it's important here for Citadark to dot their I's and cross their T's and whatnot in this matchup.
Yeah, and on a personal note, I'm actually playing Spanish in week 3, and I really don't want to be playing him coming off a 2-week loss streak. So, for my personal benefit, I would like Spanish to win this match, so he feels a little bit more comfortable about our matchup in week 3.
hmm So obviously we've heard a little bit about Kanto Koraidon coach Spanish by now. He's been on stream at least one time, and we've kind of given a little background to him. But the Citadark Night Terrors, this is a new team for season 3. They are a expansion team along with the Snowpoint Stoutland, and this is a team I've been really excited to watch since all off season. Fun fact about the logo, Crimson actually drew this entire logo by hand, I believe. So
Oh,
it's a very,
that's actually
very,
really cool. I did not
very,
know that.
very cool logo. Um, and it's one of
The
my
rest of us just
favorites in
use
the
AI.
league. But yes,
Oh,
Crimson, he
another
had a
interesting fact about Crimson is supposedly his draft was entirely randomized.
suppose I'm calling BS on that. I will never believe it till the day I die. To the grave. I would need to
I'm on
see
the fence
hard
about it. I'm on the
receipts.
fence about it. It's believable. It's believable that someone would randomize a draft, and I think that's a really fun way to approach a draft. At the same time, the team's really good, so it's like, did your randomizer just choose a really good team for you, or did you
Yeah,
just
I think for me it's a big question of like, okay, buddy, you randomized your draft. Did you only have meta picks on your randomizer?
Yeah, no. Each time he randomized, he only had 3 options in the randomizer, and all.
All of them were really good, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
no. Back on topic here. I think let's give a little bit of context to our coach behind the City Dark Night Terrors. Crimson, he entered during season 1 of Second Coaches League, right after 6-player league had ended, I believe. So he had a very entertaining stint there. He ended up going 4-3 on that season. Went to playoffs. He went all the way to finals where he got swept by Picanor. He's by no means a slouch to the game of competitive draft. And he's a very, very good opponent. One that Spanish is going to have to work really hard to overcome as well.
Oh, this is very exciting match. Two staple members of the league going off against each other, and one coming off of a really solid win, one of them coming off a really tough loss. It'd be interesting to see how they answer week 2.
For sure. And I think it's very, very important to go through these teams now. What do you think, Dakota? I'll let you kick it
Absolutely.
off.
I actually reached out to the coaches this morning just to kind of get a feel for their confidence level. Both of
hmm
them seem to be pretty confident. However, both of them mentioned the fact that there is a lead combo that both teams are worried about seeing. Um, so and I do think it's interesting. I won't reveal until the match starts, but there is a team that has that combo on their lineup, and so I'm curious to see if they make that lead. And if it comes out, I will be sure to let you guys know.
Hmm. I think it's so important to talk about this Citadark team with the respect it deserves just because of how strong it is. We don't see it here, but this team also has Rotom Wash on its roster. It just didn't make the rotation this time around. So this is just a team of a ton of good VGC staples, good competitive staples in general. Um,
Oops, I don't see the teams on the screen if you're showing them.
oh, I'm sorry about that. Here, share screen, change. That's on me. Yeah, no.
There we
Oopsie
go.
doodles. Now you can see them, right? Where were we? Yeah, but this
We're
is
talking
a
about the staples of VGC appearing
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Citadel's team.
Yeah, so we see staples such as Tyranitar, we're seeing Clefable, we're seeing a niche pick in Mega Skarmory. It's very, very good.
I
Um,
actually think yeah, Mega Skarmory is a niche pick, but it's something that's kind of rising. If you see it
I'm
on the
seeing
usage ladders
usage.
on, yeah, it's definitely a very good counter to a lot of metamons. This is just VGC talking, but we see it here being a pretty good threat as well because it will threaten some very heavy Brave Birds into this Conquistador. But obviously, Spanish likes to set up his trick room, and it looks like he did possibly bring a trick room squad. Dino and Meowstick are probably his mainstays for setting up Trick Room, but we do see the Tyranitar set in sand to counter the Sun from Torkoal on the other side, and also giving Tyrantrum a special defense boost in the process. I think it's got a really good synergy with the Tyranitar and the Mega Skarmory. So this is going to be a really tough uphill battle for Spanish, to be, if I'm being honest.
For sure. I think even just looking at the team preview, it's just that Tyranitar Torkoal matchup. We're seeing a little bit of those weather wars here, and on top of that, you just don't want to see a fighting type or a dark type move even just going into this matchup if you're the Kanto Koraidons, just because your team has no really relief points um for any of those types.
Well, I do think that there's a position that the Kanto Koraidons could get into where it's very, very favorable for them. There's actually two of them that I can see here is if they get Trick Room set up with Torkoal and Conquistador sitting next to each other, he's really not going to be wanting to switch in Tyranitar into a Conquistador
Spread,
match,
yeah.
even just to try to take away that sun. It's going to be a really tough pin. Also, Sharpedo's there. Sharpedo is a fast mon, but we do know that he brought room service Sharpedo in his last matchup, so we could see something interesting with a Sharpedo Tyranitar matchup as well.
For sure. I think one matchup I am actually pretty excited to see here is how this Decidueye does. I think Decidueye is very interesting. I've played around with it a couple times in singles, gave it a choice band in one run, scarf in another, and assault vest. It's very versatile in some of its stats. But I want to see exactly what this Decidueye can actually do for the Citadark Night
It's
Terrors going into
it's
this
very
Kanto team.
it's very versatile with its move sets as well. It was actually one of the mons that it didn't fit on my team when I was drafting, but it was one of the mons that I was actually kind of shouting out and saying like, "Hey, this is actually like a decent mon sitting here that people can use." I think better in draft league than maybe on like a VGC ladder, but it's just got a lot of utility and it threatens a lot of things. It's may not have the best defensive typing, but it doesn't really look like there's a flying type or a flying move on the Koraidon's team that really threatens it. So I think it's a good bring this week.
Yeah, I think really the only Kanto Koraidon's course of action for this Decidueye is getting it into a situation where Sharpedo can kind of take it down with a crunch, or Torkoal and Trick Room as well is another option. But yeah, I think you want to shout out three top mons that you're looking out for in this matchup.
Well, yeah, on the Citadel side, I definitely want to look at this Tyrantrum. Last week it put in put in some work. Sitting next to the Clefable, and this is going to be my other shout out for the mod is the Clefable sitting next to it with Follow Me,
Hmm.
providing some redirection for that Tyrantrum to just drop some really heavy rock heads and do a lot of damage to this team. Even if it's coming into neutral territory, it still does so much damage. I think last week he had it scarfed, so you could see it as a speed control kind of thing, as well as a damage outputter. So, and it's got a great typing with the dragon and the rock type. You could see it hitting a lot of different things for super effective damage.
For sure.
Um, and then, and then also the the Infernape I think is actually a really good support mon. It also kind of walls out the Torkoal a little bit. It can help with the Torkoal and slow things down. So having that fake out and those close combats coming into like things like the into the Gudra or the Sharpedo even is actually really is a really good matchup to have. Even though the water and the fire typing don't really match well, the fighting and the dark match really well together. So I'm interested to see how the speed tiers match up when it comes to the Sharpedo and the Infernape. On the other side, with the Koraidons, Audino is always just an interesting bring. I don't know what Spanish is going to do with it.
This
I don't know if
dude.
it's a good one or it's either the MVP or it's just a complete brick. Um,
Yeah.
but I actually think that the key to this matchup is going to be Torkoal.
I also think Torkoal is going to be pretty good. I think
I actually just realized he didn't bring Drampa. There's no Mega on this team.
there is no Mega on this team. I think it's very interesting. Um, just because we saw PCR not bring a Mega to great success last week. He went, I believe, 4-0. So
Yes.
congratulations to PCR and the Montanavera Hammers going up 1-0 on that set or on that game. But we'll see if Kanto Koraidons can keep the streak going.
Well, I think Kanto Koraidon's key to success is going to be positioning Torkoal and Conquistador in a position next to each other where they are in Trick Room, threatening a lot of damage and protecting each other.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking for me, my top picks for the Kanto Koraidon team, it's got to be Hisui and Gudra. It's got to be that Sharpedo. I think those are going to be the difference makers here. Um, and that's just because one's a really bulky buffer mon that just takes a lot of resources away from everything else, and Sharpedo, it got speed boost. It hits like a truck, and I think it's going to make some noise in this game for sure. I think for Citadark Night Terrors, I'm pulling for a Clefable Masterclass with a Tyrantrum Masterclass, you know? I think those are the top two mons I'm looking forward to, just because Clefable gets so much good support in that redirect, like you mentioned earlier, from Follow Me, and Life Do as well. And then on top of that, it can also do good stab Moonblast damage. It's just a pain in the ass, I think, for this Kanto Koraidon team to kind of deal with in its entirety. And then that Tyrantrum, we saw it last week in week one against Artemis and the Twin Leaf Titans. But this Tyrantrum with that choice scarf, I believe, it just wreaked havoc with those head smashes, like you were saying at some point. So yeah, those are my top four, I think, for each team that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the same mons here. I think we're seeing the same thing here, Clomps.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Now, okay, I have an interesting question for you. Do you think that Spanish brings that he actually sets Trick Room, or do you think that I think it's a fake?
I can never tell with the Spanish guy, you know. He's always flip-flopping around, changing his mind all willy-nilly and stuff. So I guess what we're gonna have to do is wait, you know.
Yeah, I think that if this is a quick match, it means that the Kanto Koraidon's lost, and if this is a long match, like
It's because the Kanto
maybe
Koraidons
maybe
made it a long one.
yeah, it's because the Kanto Koraidon's won it. I think if we see a match go more than 10 turns, I think it's going to be a Kanto Koraidon win. But anything less than that, it's because Citadel just crushed him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep everyone on the straight and narrow. You know how it is. I was gonna ask you if you could switch to play-by-play for me,
Yeah,
just for
absolutely.
this one. Um, I like to
A
share
lot
the
going on
spotlight
with the
sometimes. But yeah, let me know. Let me know, because I gotta do some other stuff in the background, so it might be better for me to just be color commentary as well.
Yeah, no, totally. That's kind of like how Artemis and I split it up last time, or how it ended up getting split up. I don't think we talked about it too much, but yeah, I think that just like the games move really quick.
For sure, yeah,
So
no, especially with these Kanto Koraidon team, they always like mashing buttons really quick when they know they're about to lose. Yeah. I'm looking
well,
forward to it though. Who do you have coming out of this one? We got the underdog and we got the a good team, you know?
I mean, like like I said before, I think Citadel is the has the upper hand here. But I think that it's probably like a 60-40 split with Spanish. Spanish is a really good player, and he can pull out a win. Even when you count him out, like he can still pull out a win. And like I said before, personally, I think it's in my favor if Spanish wins. So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
hoping that he
you're
pulls it out.
I'm thinking you're right actually. Let's see here. I'm not seeing a game yet, so we just keep talking, you know?
Absolutely. Are both of them on?
No clue. Eh, uh-oh, they don't know how to sim this challenge. That's bad.
Oh, I thought we worked this out.
Yeah, I thought we worked this out too. It's double customs. Oh no. Um,
I think we're gonna be getting a match here in a minute.
I think so too. I just looked in DMs. They said we were, so here's hoping. Oh man, we're looking all good. Sorry about all the mismatch stuff. I was trying to just get it done today. So the sprites won't be completely matching or anything, but
But
hopefully
they
they
look
all
good to
have
me.
level 100s and Spanish better not forget that he can't just bring a mega Pokemon in. That would go crazy. That would actually go insane. But yeah, I'm thinking for me, I'm gonna pull on Crimson to win this one. I want him to get a win streak going and see how he does. I'm excited though. I think he has a good shot at winning his division. What do you think? Because it's
So too. I
Picknor
just
Ouchie. Picknor Ouchie. He has got to play.
Yeah, I mean, if he's in a division with Picanor, it's gonna be tough. And Ouchi's a really good player as well, but um,
Mm-hmm.
he's got a really good draft. I think Skarmory was a little bit slept on. We drafted pretty early into like champions meta. Um,
We
um,
did.
being settled and um Skarmory wasn't a high usage Pokemon, but now that we're a month into champions and like the meta is starting to evolve a little bit, we're seeing like some really top Japanese players using Skarmory to a lot of success. So I can't remember what pick he had in the draft, but I know he was a little further down. He's at least halfway down, I think, and
He was
he
just
kind of
about
got a
middle.
steal. Yeah, he got a steal with Skarmory. I don't know if he. Well, I guess I guess he did say that it was randomized, so I don't know if he planned for it or not. But
Yeah, but I think regardless of what it is, I'm waiting for this matchup, you know?
yeah, I think we
Very
all are. It looks
excited.
like even our even our coaches are waiting for this matchup because
Even
they are.
happy.
Yeah, Happy's here.
Crazy. They really just forgot. Man, I'm gonna
Wondering
be so
what
sad if it's
he
just like
was
no
here.
spectator. Um, let's see. Loading, loading, loading. But yeah, I think T-Tart is interesting because outside of just resetting the weather, it's just not that good, I think. into this matchup because like you're not really hitting that much outside of getting just good knockoff damage, getting items knocked off. And it's kind of frail if Conch Elder comes in on it at any point. So it's just a matter of seeing if Crimson can get Clefable out on the side of it, I think. Especially since I didn't bring Rotom. That really surprised me because I felt like Rotom was kind of the catch-all that he needs to really just hard counter this Spanish guy.
All right, I'm trying to see what's going on in the chat here.
I'm also gotta see. Oh, they said they sent it.
Okay, they sent it.
Okay, they accepted it.
Here
Game's
we
up.
go.
How
All right,
are
let's
we
see if we see
doing?
this lead that I was talking about. Spanish is quite concerned about a lead that is potentially on the other side here.
Oh, I gotta.
So hopefully they sent the correct the correct um, invite, because I know that there's a singles invite that looks very similar.
Yeah, it can be a struggle, but you have to go to Scarlet and Violet. Doubles. This may just be singles, though. He said don't. Crimson's
Yeah,
cooking
I mean.
right now in the chat. This guy's great. This guy's kind of great.
I mean, okay, so I did use 6v6 double draft in my last match, and it seemed to work just fine between my opponent um, and I, but
Yeah, no. I'm thinking, ooh, it's just such an interesting matchup because, like, I helped Spanish prep a little bit before the season really got going, and it felt like he had auto loss at the start of the week, and it still feels like it's like an uphill battle, Like it never felt like it kind of resolved going into the game day. So yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting seeing what Spanish does here to kind of try to bring the game back in match.
yeah, I don't want to see him just get swept again. That would be really unfortunate. And then it
That
would start to make me question if he's like tanking this season or not. Okay, here we go. We see the opening. See Conquidor coming out. Oh, G for Gamer shout out. All right, so we do not see the lead that he was worried about. He was worried about a Decidueye Infernape leap. But we do see the Tyrantrum come out early with a Tyranitar set in sand next to it for some good special defense boost.
hmm I think this is a situation where if I'm in Crimson's spot right here, I don't want T-Tar to get a Mach Punch or even just like damage at all into this slot. Just because I
You know, this
think
is
you
an
need to
excellent
preserve
lead
this.
for this is an
Decidueye
excellent
will
lead for
come out here
Spanish.
though.
Okay, that helping hand goes in. Oh,
Mach
yeah, I
Punch
had a
goes into the
feeling. Yeah,
protect. Free switch from Crimson here. Chip does 6% to that
we do see
Conch Elder.
the burn proc on Conquidor, giving him the guts boost. Now we're in an interesting situation. Meowstic could still potentially set Trick Room if he wanted to here. The CGI is risking some super effective damage here. Oh, this isn't Hisuian Decidueye, is it?
No, no, it's regular.
Oh, okay, so never mind. It's not a fighting type.
I think the situation that I'm expecting to see here, because Spanish did manage to save that protect, going for that Mog Punch, regardless of if it was into a protect or not. So we could very
I
well
think.
see a protect into Trick Room attempt here, or we could see a protect into Audino switch of some sort
Well, I do
as
believe
well.
that. I think Tyrantrum is going to come out here. I think we're going to see a switch into probably Clefable.
I think you may be right, because now that Conkeldurr does have that guts boost as well, so this
Okay,
Mach
we do
Punch
see
is
a
threatening big damage. But we do see the Protect into the switch into Audino
ooh,
here.
Psychic Fangs comes out of Tyrantrum, but it hits the Protect into Conquidor. This is actually really interesting. So I think that he's going to want to set Trick Room now.
Hmm. It's looking like a tough situation here for Crimson, just because he doesn't really have much he can do into this I don't know, Trick Room situation.
Well, the protect did come in from Conquador in the last turn, so Conquador is actually at a risk with that Psychic Fang pressure.
For sure.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a KO on it. I would imagine if it's not, it's going to put it in very very low HP and potentially even with a burn. We see an
Ally
ally
Switch
switch.
comes out here.
This is great. This is something that Spanish is known for. Is just kind of like this trickery.
Meowstick eject buttons in. Knockoff goes into the Conch Elder slot, and it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Knockoff picks up the
nice,
one-hit KO into
nice.
Decidueye, and Meowstick is back on the field, free of charge.
And this is a position that we saw at the beginning of the game where he's threatening a helping hand Mach Punch into the Tyrantrum.
Hmm.
It's not going to be a KO on it, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
And it'll definitely set it up for that KO next turn.
Absolutely.
I think it's just a question now of if Spanish wants to set up that Trick Room or if he just wants to keep playing off of this board. And of course, we are
I
still
don't.
waiting to see what Crimson wants to do here.
I think Crimson definitely needs to bring out Clefable and get some redirection.
It will be
Okay,
Infernape,
Infernape.
though.
That definitely allows him to set up with a fake out and get some damage done on a possibly Conqueror, but I would imagine Conqueror just protects here.
We do see a
Okay,
Protect come
we see
out
the
here.
protect from Meowstick though. Okay, we see a double protect. This is actually a pretty smart play to just protect from the fake out and the large damage coming from that head smash.
That Sandstorm is picking up damage, though, as time is going on. We're starting to see it wear on some of these mons, especially that Meowstick and that Conch Elder.
Yeah, the Conqueror with the burn and the sand chip, it, it is wearing away at it, but I do think that it's threatening enough to
We
yeah.
do see the Mach Punch
Ooh,
go into Infernape, though. Close combat will pick up the KO, though. The
the Spanish
defenses
is playing
will
a
drop.
great game.
Trick Room goes up from the Meowstick, though. And now he can send in Torkoal free of charge. Sun
We're
does
definitely gonna
go up
see
here.
we're gonna see Tyranitar switch in here.
100%.
There's a speed drop on the Tyrantrum. I wonder if that has an effect on this field right here.
I think it definitely depends on what this Tyrantrum's item is, because if we see like a choice band or, like a life orb of some sort,
Iron defense.
or life orb, I
Holy.
doubt it's life orb, because we would have seen chip damage by now. That's
So
insane.
we saw Torkoal set up an iron defense and then eat an what was that, a rock head from
Yeah.
Tyrantrum.
Yeah, no, this is insane.
Yeah, Spanish is really cooking this week.
This was a very good comeback game so far in this first half here. I think it's going to come down to what he can do in the second half to close it out, though.
I think Citadel is so flustered right now, he doesn't know what to expect from his opponent.
Hmm. Yeah, no, this was just
Meowstick
some
is
very good
Meowstick probably
prepping.
cannot touch Tyranitar. I don't think that either of his mons can really hit Tyranitar unless he's got body press from Torkoal, which wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Hmm. Yeah, no. And I think we do see the Audino
Okay,
come
we do
back
see
out
that.
here. Protect will
Yeah,
come
we do
out.
see Meowstick just kind of left there. I think it was too threatened. Rock Slide hits a Dino about 33%.
Very interested to hear why Spanish didn't go for a body press into the Tyranitar in that
Yeah,
situation, because I feel like
the
you
trick
pick up the KO
seems
there. But body press does go into Tyrantrum
oh,
here. Head smash
not
will
enough
pick
to
up the
get the
KO.
not enough to pick up the KO on the Tyrantrum though. I feel like that head smash or the body press should go into the Tyranitar.
For sure. I think Tyranitar is the much bigger issue here. We will see Hisui and Gudra take that Torkoal spot, though.
Well, this is the last turn of Trick Room, so we could just see a double protect. We could see. I think Tyranitar is definitely going to want to protect here.
Hmm. Who are we missing? Oh, it's Decidueye. Yeah. I think it's interesting because Spanish has revealed he does have ally switch here. He does opt
Yeah,
for
and he
the
does
ally
use
switch.
it.
He gets the
Oh, and it gets a
substitute off.
substitute.
Earthquake comes out though, breaks the sub, kills the Audino, And now Spanish needs to figure out how he's going to close out this game.
Okay. Torpedo comes out. So that's kind of what I expected. I think Spanish is in quite the tough position here, down 3 Mons against 4.
Mm-hmm.
He can pick up a quick KO on the Tyrantrum, but with Skyrimy in the back and redirection from Clefable probably to clean up this game, it's going to be a tough
Close combat does
matchup.
go in the T-Tar here.
And it does pick up the
Flash
KO
Cannon
too.
does pick
Flash
up the
Cannon.
KO into Tyrantrum thanks to that speed drop too. Speed boost goes up for the Sharpedo here.
I don't know if it's going to
Clefable and
matter because I don't think
Skarmory
it
comes out
threatens
though.
anything with a one-hit KO. The Skyrimy is probably what you're going to want to take out first, but we did see Flash Cannon from the Gudra, so Clefable is being threatened right now.
For
We could just
sure.
see a Protect from the Sharpedo and a Flash Cannon into the Clefable would be pretty good, just to get rid of the redirection and then have 2 against 1.
Mm-hmm. I think it's very interesting here because if you're Crimson, you're praying you have body press on you right now. You're praying you brought that Iron Defense body press set for sure.
And let's not forget he has Meowstic in the back as well.
Mm-hmm. Meowstic's pretty easy work once you get rid of that Skarmory though. Or Skarmory. Get rid of both of these two
The
mons on the field.
yeah. No. Once you win the match, it's pretty
once you
easy from there.
once you win the match, yeah. I
They're
am
definitely taking their time here.
This is a very, very good showing from both of these teams. Flip turn will come out here into
Flip
that
turn.
Skarmory slot. Resets the
This
defenses. We'll see what it does here, though. Drill
ooh
run
drill
comes
run
out.
lands.
Procs and
Oh, Brett,
weakness policy. Moustick eats the Moonblast. Does get the drop, though. But
oh
Thunderbolt
my
picks up the
god,
KO thanks to the
Thunderbolt picks
crit.
up not only the crit but the weakness policy doubled his special attack. Now
Oh
he's
my
got.
god.
I think Spanish just won this game.
Oh my god. That's insane. I was not ready for this. This is amazing. I
This
cannot
might be one
believe
of our
that
highlight
crit
matches.
happened. That's insane. Oh my god.
And he life
Life
dues.
dues. Spanish is sealing
Dude,
this game
Spanish
right
is
now.
in. He's inside of his opponent's head right now.
Moonblast comes out, but it's not enough thanks to that life do. And Flash Cannon leaves it
Oh,
on
but
1
it's
HP. Leftovers gets it back to 70 or
Meowstic
7%.
is
Psyshock will
faster, so
pick
yeah,
up
it's
the
gonna pick
KO
up.
though. And that's a win for the Kanto Koraidons. 1-1 on the season.
That was an
Congratulations to
incredible.
Spanish. We got to invite this guy in here right away.
Yeah, let's get him in here. That was amazing.
I'm going to get him on right now.
There were so many plays in there that were just so unpredictable and so out of the ordinary that it caught his opponent off guard completely.
This Conch Elder Meowstic lead was just so good early on. And we see that helping hand Mach Punch in that turn 1. So Spanish was kind of turned away from using it, I think, later in the match, especially
Well, I
in.
think that the helping hand Mach Punch was just such a threat that it kind of got in Citadel's head a little bit. He
Yeah,
was
he had to
scared of it.
respect it too much, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Spanish, welcome. That was an amazing match.
Yo,
Yes, yes,
hello.
yes.
Dude, I'm fucking goaded. I know. I got in his head, you know?
You completely
By the
got in
way, I
his
was
head.
cooked if he brought Rotom. I kid you not, if he brings Rotom, T-Tar, and Decidueye or Infernape, it's a 3v6. Like, there's no winning it with Rotom here. Absolutely throwing the game by bringing Mega Skarmory. I don't know what that was about, but I've learned that all ZA Megas are actually just bad. That's why we banned all the good ones, so all the ones that are here are not worth bringing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah,
the
I mean, we
conclusion
saw
I
you
came to.
not. We saw you not bring your mega.
Yeah,
Actually,
no, that's
you're
because
the
Grant is
second
actually
coach.
like really bad.
You're the second coach this season already, and we're only in week 2 that has brought
Yeah,
a
no,
team
it's
without a
because
mega
like
and won.
literally the only Mega I would have ever cut. Like in retrospect, it seems obvious. I should have just grabbed Mega. I don't know, but like Loki, this was fire. This was an insane game. I should not have won, but I did because I'm goaded like that. You
Because
know.
he's goaded like that.
We
I
recover
mean,
from the 5-0.
no. You earned that win. You absolutely
Dude.
earned that win. You made so many good like this trick room setup was incredible. Like I didn't, no, none of us saw it coming when you said trick room. And then the iron defense to live the head smash.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
I didn't really
god.
think about the head smash. I just kind of iron defensed and figured it would work out.
Did you have body press? We were both surprised that you
I
didn't
did.
body press this
I
Tyranitar.
did. What do you mean? I did body
Oh
press.
yeah, you did. You body press a
Yeah, it
Tyrantrum.
just I don't know why Tyrantrum ate that. I
It
don't.
survived. Yeah,
I had
I was surprised you
710
didn't.
defense.
It was turn 7 for me that I wanted to ask you. What was the idea going into a protect there instead of going into that T-Tar slot?
The protect was so that I could switch Autono back in and get a heal pulse on the Torkoal.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it
Okay.
didn't work because the Tyrantrum just eats that. Apparently, I guess. Well, no, it actually makes sense because I calced for I didn't calc, but like in my head, I was thinking about like
I didn't
Your
calc.
mental calc. I
Tyrantrum
calced. Well, actually, I
250.
didn't calc. I just thought about it.
Yeah, like cal. Well, I mean, like in calced in my head, like girl math. It's like boy calc.
Boy calc.
Yeah.
I
I will
just
say, I love the use of room service. I swear to God, no one ever brings this item, and it's always so annoying because I'm always like, why don't you bring this? This is like objectively great into me, and no one brings it. But I don't like Crimson a lot, but this was genius by Crimson.
I
What did
would
you?
say normally games have two parts to them. They have the beginning and they have the ending. And you made it have 3 parts. How you feeling about that?
I mean, that's just what I do. That's how you play with Trick Room when you have like two types that hit all your Pokemon. That's what you do. I think I mentioned it one of these games in the Lilyco game. I mentioned it. You don't always need to set up Trick Room. Trick Room's like such bait because people like go crazy over it because no one knows how to play into it. It's like it's so easy, but like people's minds just get fried, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
I did
you
want to
just
point
hate it.
out before the match started. I said if this is going to be a longer match, that Spanish
It
was going to
is.
win.
You were right.
This.
I thought you were spouting nonsense. I didn't think that tracked at all because I have a really bulky team, so I could feasibly tank a bunch of hits and make it to turn 15 and then still lose. But like you were right. So
Yeah, you drug him into deep water and you got into his head.
I
So
did. I
that
mean,
was a
that's what I do.
really
Is I
interesting.
whip out like the things that no one's expecting, and then since no one's like no one preps for like fucking ally
Ally
switch. You
switch.
can't prep for ally switch.
Huge, right?
It's a coin toss. See, this is truly you want the secret to playing Trick Room. It's just make it gambling because Trick Room you're always gambling. There's always like bare minimum 2 things that can happen. You can get taunted and you can get
KO'd on your
OHKO'd.
on your setup. Yeah.
And you're flipping, right? It's a coin toss. They either OHKO you or they taunt you, and one of them I've prepped for, and the other one I haven't. And so if I just add ally switch, that just further increments it, and then once you see ally switch on Audino, you think, oh, ally switch on Miastic, and then it just kind of compounds into this major issue for you where you're just guessing.
But yeah, and you kind of set the stage for the mind games with that helping hand mock punch right at the beginning of the game. Like he had to respect it.
I was kind of, it was actually a really bad play on my end because that doesn't KO Tantrum or Tyrantrum in any.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
that was
was
pure
still
luck.
threatening enough. It was still threatening enough.
Yeah, no, it was. I just knew he was going to switch out into Decidueye. I knew that, and I just assumed it was choice banned Tyrantrum because that's like the obvious play here.
Wasn't I saw protect him out.
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously it wasn't, but it should have been. He should have had at least one choice band mon. And if it was Decidueye, then I'm sorry, I just outplayed you before you could use it. My bad, I guess. But
I want to wrap this up, but I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
So you go into the season, you get 5-0'd by G4Gamer and the Mezagozer Performers. Now you come into week 2 and you upset a major opponent, as far as I'm concerned, and you go 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're coming for Gamer in finals.
How are you feeling going into this matchup against Dakota next week? Are you feeling?
Yeah, I know this
you
is
have a sense
interesting.
of
I hate to break it to you, Dakota. Our matchup is so much easier for me because like you have like specific issues on your team that cause me problems, but I can like prep for those, right? Like you kind of hit every problem my team has kind of sporadically, whereas Crimson just hits the one issue my team has really, really hard. That's a lot harder to prep for.
For sure. Yeah. No.
So Yeah.
No, I'm glad that you won this match because, like I said, I don't want to be
Oh,
playing
dude,
you after
dude,
at
this is
0-2.
honestly, this is top two worst matches, and the only other worst one is I'm not gonna name it, but they definitely counterpicked me, and I refuse to believe anything else. And I'm not naming anyone because
Alrighty,
that
folks.
historically
So
doesn't work. But
this was your matchup between the Kanto Koraidons and the Citadark Night Terrors, going 1-1 by the end of it. Spanish pulls the big upset here with that weakness policy Gudra being the nail in the coffin. Congratulations once again, Spanish. I hope you have a good week of prep for your opponent next week. And
dude,
yeah, no,
yeah,
keep your head up.
dude,
And
everything's winnable now. This was like the worst matchup. This was, dude, I could beat anyone. Like dead ass. Like this is, it's up. It's
I
uphill for
I
me.
love the false sense of confidence that you have coming into our
It's
match.
not
who
false
said
because see, this is
false?
the worst. That's crazy. Everyone always says it's a false confidence. Then I beat someone in playoffs, and it's like, oh, you got lucky, and it's like, okay, whoop de do.
We got to wrap up. I'm trying to go
Yeah,
eat
my bad.
dinner and drink water. So
Yeah, yeah,
here's
All
what we're
right.
gonna
Well,
my bad.
do. Once
this is an
again,
exciting match.
thank you, Spanish, for putting on us a great show. And
I always do.
hopefully you go on a
I
win
don't.
streak and beat my boy Dakota here next week on
Please,
stream.
win streak. That's not happening. Come on, got to save
Not in
the
the
energy
first
for
half.
playoffs.
Yeah, not in the
No,
first
no,
half
no.
of the season. You got to wait till after
Yeah,
season break to get those.
yeah. We already won a game. That's good
Yep.
enough until
You
second
can
half.
still go 5-4 on the season, just as scheduled.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we can clean up the easy matchups later.
But yeah, I hope you have a good day, Spanish. I'm gonna kick you from calling. I'm gonna wrap it up with Dakota here.
Oh, okay, goodbye.
I'm going
Bye.
Spanish.
Yeah, so thank you, Dakota, for joining me. I'm sorry I took over the commentary a little bit at the end there.
No, it was a lot of fun.
I live for the
There was a
hype
lot going on. It
moments.
was yeah, no, it
I
was
live for
very
the
hype.
hype moments, and once I get into play-by-play, I eat all the play-by-play up, and I'm so sorry. It happens
I,
sometimes, you know.
I think that was probably the most exciting match that we've had on stream.
On
It might even
stream,
honestly be it might honestly be the like most exciting match that we've had so far.
Spanish
And
flipped.
we just got really lucky that it was on stream.
Spanish just flipped a 5-3 deficit to a 3-0. Like we this is
I
the
know, I was even
greatest
saying, I
on
was like,
stream.
Spanish isn't in a good spot here, and then he pulled it off, dude. Like between like what did he have it as on his Audino? Like a um eject pack or something? Like ally switch eject pack?
Yes, he had ally switch eject pack or eject button so he could get a free switch into Meowstic to
Yeah.
reset
That
the
was
helping hand Mach Punch.
yeah, I know. It
That
was
was
really impressive.
insane. This dude's insane, but I'm fanboying right now. That made my whole day worth like worrying about getting this set up and everything, you know? Oh man.
That was pretty fun. But I gotta get going,
But yeah,
and I know you
I
gotta get going. So
appreciated you doing it with me. Next time I'll probably just say play by play full time, and then you could do whatever.
we'll figure it out
Since
eventually.
I just like play by play too much, and I'm too good at it, I think. But yeah, no. Thanks everybody for watching. If you liked the stream, especially the match, please like and subscribe for more hype content like that. And we'll catch you on the next one. I believe our next stream is Friday with Lilyco, Vladius, and the Terruptive Terrakions, both up 1-0. One has to lose. It's going to be an exciting one.